Hey, Adam.
What's up, Peter?
Today we're covering Joni Mitchell's classic record, Blue.
Nice.
Or as the French say, Bleu.
Do they?
Yes, they do. So what I was thinking is we could play actually my favorite song, and I'm hoping just kind of the vibe that I'm setting up will be evocative. What does this sound like to you? Maybe this will clue you into what we're going to play.
No, it's giving me like water.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, go with that.
Flowing water.
Flowing water. Like out in nature.
Faucet?
No. Outside.
Creek?
Close. Like the Mississippi.
Delta.
No. The Nile.
Is a state of mind, but it's not an excuse.
Oh,
You should
God.
remember that.
Let me just play it for you.
Okay. Oh, California.
Yeah. No. And I'm Peter Martin.
And you're listening to the You'll Hear It podcast.
Music Explored.
Explored, brought to you today by Open Studio. Go to openstudiojazz.com for your jazz lesson needs.
Yes.
Peter, the album that we're listening to, the album that we're talking about today, ranks number 3 on Rolling Stone's
greatest
list of
blues albums of all time.
Well, no. I think you might be confused, my friend. It's not really a blues album, but it is an album called Blue.
Oh, gotcha.
By Joni Mitchell.
Yes.
Number 3 on Rolling Stone's top 500 albums of all time, which of course, Peter, means that it means nothing. Let's be clear here.
It means something.
It means something, I guess, culturally, but is it really the 3rd greatest album ever made? We'll talk about it.
We're going to talk about that, but that's much later.
Yeah.
First, we're going to explore this masterpiece.
It is a masterpiece.
Many would say.
It is an incredible document of a very young singer-songwriter in the early stages, not super early stages of her career, but definitely like early peak of Joni Mitchell's career.
Fourth
Blue
album,
was.
I believe, 3rd or 4th album.
Yeah, 1971.
We're really stretching out from, in terms of time periods. Would you say 1970, 71?
Yeah, no, we usually focus between 72, 75. So this is a real departure
That's
for
true.
us, 71. This is an incredible work. This is like, they always say, when a genius gets their heart broken, some of the best art gets made. Like,
Right.
I remember someone saying that about that Beck album, Sea Change. Like, he had his heart broken and he makes this beautiful masterpiece. And this is some similar stuff here. Joni's going through a lot of like, sort of personal relationship things.
Yeah.
And she is probably more well-equipped to write music about it than anybody on the planet at this time.
Yeah.
And she writes an amazing amount of very personal, very beautiful, very melodic, which we'll talk about, songs.
Yeah.
And they're recorded very simply.
Yeah.
And it works.
Absolutely. She's obviously wearing her heart on her sleeve, and we're all to the benefit of it on this record. And a lot of her output over the years, really. I mean, very personal, very very human, very interpersonal, right? She's so eloquent and but just so artistic in her delivery of the composition and the performances on this album. Both, guitar, piano, and obviously vocals.
Yeah, she said that all of her albums are concept albums, and the concept for Blue is blue, as in she was feeling very blue at the time that she wrote it. She was very, very sad. It's among some of her most vulnerable work, and she talks about a dream she had that she was on stage, and she was just like sitting on stage as a bag of organs, essentially. Like you could see right through her, which is kind of gross.
Hammond B3 organ?
Yeah. But there's lots of stories behind these songs that we can talk about. She had, when she was making this, she had just broken up with Graham Nash.
Yeah.
She had a little bit of a relationship going with James Taylor.
Yeah.
And so there's songs about Nash. There's songs about James Taylor.
She was about to get with Steve Nash from the
Nope, that's
Phoenix Sun. No,
never
different,
happened.
different Nash.
Different
Okay.
Nash. Anyway, let's get to listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the first track. This is apparently about the relationship that she was having at the time that she recorded this with the great James Taylor. This is All I Want.
I am on a lonely road and I am traveling, 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 looking for something. What can it be? Oh, I hate you some, I hate you some, I love you some. Oh, I love you when I forget about me. I wanna be strong, I wanna laugh alone, I wanna belong to the living. Alive, alive, I wanna get up and drive, wanna wreck my stockings in some jukebox dive. Do you want, do you want, do you wanna dance with me, baby? Do you wanna take a chance on maybe finding some sweet romance with me, baby? Well, come on.
I don't usually talk like this, but we don't write melodies like this anymore in popular music. You know what I mean? There's no albums in popular music. Like, I love this young crop of singer-songwriters that are around now, artists making music, but nobody's writing melody. I mean, to be fair, too, nobody was really writing melodies.
I was going to say, yeah,
either.
that's the difficulty with this was, I mean, yeah, there was some, we say, was that a more fertile period? Did songwriters have more of a focus, knowing that they were going to go in and record it themselves in the studio without a lot of, I mean, there was definitely technological assistance in terms of being able to cut things together, layer, overlap, and that kind of thing. But in terms of like fixing, and you could fix vocals, certainly for sure. But in terms of like really technologically altering it, no, like the emotion, the feel had to come out of the melody, out of the lyrics, out of the harmony, I think in a way that was closer to the artist and to the songwriter's heart on their sleeve as they wrote it.
Yeah, well, but just also, I mean, and this is going to be a theme running through this whole episode, I feel like, but she sings like a horn player.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? She lists some...
She moves around melodically, like, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, like it's like she has buttons on her voice, like
Yeah.
a saxophone, right? And she could just hit the octave button and go up.
Heart on her sleeve, right with the button there. I got you.
Okay,
Okay.
that's right.
Yeah.
But it's just fantastic to listen to the whole time. And she does things that melodically, the traveling, that you would hear, I think, a horn player interpret a melody more than even a jazz vocalist or something like that.
Yeah. And I think that's like that improvisational, like she wasn't necessarily improvising, I think, over that, but it has that improvisational flair to it. You know, it's not... Like when you look at her melodies in sheet music, it's kind of confusing. Like it doesn't, it would be very difficult for, and I mean a lot of her compositions are notoriously hard to sing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean in terms of like you have to be a fantastic technical singer, forget about even the, you know, kind of emotion and being able to handle the melodies and the lyrics, but just in terms of being able to make the jumps and the leaps, that's all there within that. But for her, I think it's the type of thing that it sounds way easier than it is. Like a lot of great artists are able to pull that off.
Well, and then like a lot of great jazz vocalists too, she's got all these incredible timbres that you just don't hear in a lot of the other, I think, what you might call that California folk rock scene of the late 60s, early 70s. And she's talked about this too. She's talked about the most influential album in her life up to this point was Lambert, Hendricks, and Ross album, The Hottest New Group in Jazz. So if you don't know Lambert, Hendricks, and Ross, they were like a super popular trio of singers in the 60s. This is from that album that Joni says she knows every note of.
Every morning,
I think
find
66, is that right?
Yeah, maybe even earlier. I mean,
Because of all the trouble I see,
John Evans.
life's a losing gamble to me.
Yes, Lord.
Cares and woes have got me moaning.
Yes, Lord.
Every evening, find me moaning.
Man,
John Hendricks.
There's such a direct line with Harry Belafonte to Hendrix too. You know, I mean, of course, all the jazz.
We got to do a
influences,
Harry
but-
episode.
Yeah.
Harry Belafonte is one of my all-time favorites.
But yeah, this is a record that influenced a lot of pop singers, folk singers. You know, obviously jazz too. But this was such a big crossover.
The Lambert Hendricks and Ross.
Yeah, I mean big. I mean, as big as it could cross over in that mid or early '60s period. Super influential to vocalists in particular.
So that first song was about James Taylor. By the way, James Taylor playing guitar on it.
Yeah,
Kind of awkward, probably. Playing a guitar as your
he was like,
girlfriend.
"Who was me?"
Yeah. And
Was it me? Was it Stills? Was it Nash? Was it Young?
well, Nash is coming up.
Okay.
But Joni's playing on this album. She's playing most of the instruments on most of the songs.
Yeah.
So she's playing the Appalachian dulcimer, which I believe we just heard there on that first
Yeah.
track. The guitar, the piano, and vocals, of course. James Taylor plays guitar on that last track and a couple others. The next song, one of my favorite songs of the album, this might make my Desert Island. I don't know, Peter.
Mild Man.
My Old Man is apparently about Graham Nash. Joni broke up with Nash around the time she was writing this album. She broke up with him via telegram while she was in Crete,
That's gotta hurt.
which we'll
Telegram
talk
from
about
Joni
later,
Mitchell.
where she was living in a cave with a group of hippies. It was 1970. You know what I mean?
I remember '70.
No, you don't remember
I was
anything.
born late
You don't
in the
remember
in the
anything. This is
'70s.
My Old Man. This is an amazing melody as well. Again, with the leaps.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
It's
unbelievable.
major sevens.
My old man, he's a singer in the park.
Man, her intonation.
He's a walker in the rain. He's a dancer in the
A
dark.
little minor there.
Yeah.
We don't need no piece of paper from the city
Yeah,
hall.
yeah.
Keeping us tight and true.
That's a little bluesy vibe.
Oh man, keeping away my blues.
Amazing.
He's my sunshine in the morning. He's my fireworks at the end of the day.
That's great. That's a great line. Sunshine in the morning, fireworks at the
He's
end
the
of the
warmest chord I ever heard. Play that warm chord, playing, stay, baby. We don't need no piece of paper from the city hall.
City Hall.
Keeping
Crazy.
us tight
And where it sits in a range, too. Is
Yeah.
like,
my
Amazing.
old man.
Could you have a big pop hit nowadays with this kind of a vibe as the second tune? that wouldn't be. You couldn't
don't
pull that
know.
off.
I don't know. It would be tough. It would be tough. But again, like that melody, like ba-bo-doo-dee. What was that? Oh, you got the octave down.
I was doing my blues gag. Boo, boo, ba-da-da-da,
Ba-bo-da-do. Right?
da-da.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that chromaticism there.
Yeah.
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 That's a straight up dominant 7.
Yeah.
E7.
She slides from those major sevens to the dominant sevens effortlessly with the melody guiding it, you know.
Yeah. Man, really, really special.
Yeah, and her intonation, I mean, is obviously spot on. But she has that purity in her voice, that sweetness, but there's also a depth to it, even as it goes up into the really high ranges. And you know, her voice, like most singers, I guess, came down over the years. But I don't know if this is a thing that the higher your range is, the more it comes down. But it really changed. I mean, like in the 80s, it's like a different, I mean, it's the same Joni Mitchell, you hear that. But it really changed how, because I think these specific keys and these specific leaps, it was all tailored around her voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what, she was such a great personal writer for herself. And then she was like she made the stamp, she put it on and she delivered it.
Yeah.
She delivered the mail.
Same thing with the harmony, like catering around her voice, catering around her melodies.
Yeah.
And she
The
does
harmony follows the melody.
always.
Follows the melody.
And it's not it's not stupid. Like it's not, she doesn't do it in a stupid way
No.
where it's just like this egregious thing that can sometimes happen when you put a lot of like modal interchange, right? When you're going between major and minor.
Yeah.
Looking at myself. She does it incredibly tastefully and she does it dynamically with the melody. And it just sounds sophisticated. It doesn't sound like it's an intellectual flex, right? It sounds like, yeah, this is where this should go. She also, I love the way she uses chords on the piano. I don't know if you hear some of these, but she loves like these kinds of chords, right? These
polychord,
right? Like a triad that moves over these kinds of chords, right?
Yeah.
It's like an A over a G, an F over an E flat over F, right?
Yeah.
So sus chords, or you might call them sharp 11 chords, but they're really just like she loves moving this triad over these roots in these unexpected ways, and we'll hear that for the rest of the album.
It's not a polychord?
Polychord, I think, is when there's like literally two chords on top of each other. So it'd be like a D over an E flat.
Ah, gotcha. Oh, I've been calling
like
that wrong only for 54 years.
I think it's a slash chord, technically.
Slash chord.
Because there's like a
because the guitar
F
player with
over E flat.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. From Guns N' Roses. You know, I heard he had a tour bus and it smelled awful.
Boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Should we tell that story?
No.
Okay. The next track, the third track, is a track called Little Green.
Yes.
Joni wrote this song, Little Green, about the daughter she gave up for adoption when she was 20 years old. And she kept that adoption secret for decades.
Yeah.
Until a college friend spilled the story to a newspaper in the 90s, and she began a public search to reunite with her daughter.
Thanks, college friend.
They were reunited in 1997 and have remained close since. Can you imagine finding out?
Nosy Nancy, the roommate from college.
First of all, you
sold
find
the
out
story.
You find out you were adopted because I don't think she knew she was adopted. And then you
No, I think she knew. She didn't know it was Joni Mitchell.
She didn't know it was Joni Mitchell.
I think
because finding out it was Joni
I
Mitchell.
know, yeah.
It's Little Green.
Born with the moon in Cancer, choose her a name she will answer to.
That's that major
Call her
7 and
green,
down.
and the winters cannot fade her.
To the 2 chord.
Call her green
to the 4.
for the children who've made her little green.
Another major 7 thing.
Be a gypsy dancer. He went to California, hearing that everything's warmer there. So you write him a letter and say, her eyes are blue. He sends you a poem and she's lost to you, little green.
Beautiful. There's a little nerdy harmonic thing. What key are we in here?
Well, I think we're in B, but she tuned her guitar very unconventionally.
So
on
this was
record.
between keys,
Yeah,
probably
this is
here.
almost- unless this is off, but it's that. I can't. It's so different than a record. It's killing me.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Maybe
So-
B flat is
well,
closer.
But there's an interesting thing that
But it wouldn't have
happens
been
here.
B flat.
So she's, again, I think it's like an F sharp over B. Like it's not a straight up major 7.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's that kind of sound. Or it might even just be F sharp and an A sharp over a B root.
But there was the D sharp was in there for sure.
You think so?
I heard it. Yeah.
Anyway, the cool like harmonic movement she does is she goes from this major 7 to, like you said, like one of her moves to the dominant
but with the
7.
melody leading it
With the melody leading it. And typically from here you would go
to the 4,
to the
right?
4 chord.
Which she goes to later.
Later
it
she
extends it
does.
out, right?
But the first 2 times she
to
goes
the
up
2.
to the 2.
Yeah, it's great.
Which is not the obvious choice.
No.
Which nothing she does is like the obvious choice, which what makes it so special.
It is the relative minor.
Of the 4.
Right.
Right. It's totally related.
Don't stop watching. We're going to stop talking about chords in just a second.
Also,
don't turn us off.
If you are a fan of like the Barry Harris dominant thing, like
Yeah.
that's in the family of dominants that would go to C sharp, right?
Right.
Is the B7.
Yeah.
Right? That's the backdoor dominant to C sharp. So
Yep.
Anyway, that's for all of you nerds out there.
It's the only people left now.
The next song is Carey. It's And these half these songs are candidates for the Desert Island Drought for me. I
Yeah.
love this song so much. This was
This
named
is a
after
consistent record compositionally.
front to back.
Very much so.
Very, very good. Very strong. Every song is strong. This was named after Carey Raditz, an American she met while she was living with a hippie colony in a cave.
Was this the one she described as an American redneck?
I think so.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
And this is again the Appalachian dulcimer.
The wind is in from Africa. Last night I couldn't sleep. Oh, you know it sure is hard to leave
5 to
here,
4.
Carey, but it's really not my home. My fingernails are filthy. I've got beach tar on my feet, and I miss my clean white linen and my fancy French
This is
cologne.
Stephen Stills playing bass and
Carey,
guitar.
get out your cane. Get out your cane. Put on some
Russ Kunkel on the drums.
And that's Joni doing all the backgrounds, right?
But I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you. Come on down to the Mermaid Cafe, and I will buy you a bottle of wine, and we'll laugh and toast to nothing and smash our empty glasses down. Let's have a round for these freaks and these soldiers, a round for these friends of mine. Let's have another round for the bright red devil who keeps me in this tourist town. Come on, Carey, get out your cane. I'll put on some silk. Oh, you're a mean old daddy, but I like you. I like you. I like you. I like you.
That's kind of some of that horn playing
Yeah.
type of vocals she was doing there.
There's a great interview that Joni did just a couple years ago with Elton John where she talks about
Sir Elton John.
Sir Elton John, where she talks about this song. And yeah, basically her and her friend were just like going around Greece, and the locals were basically just seeing like, you're hippies. You need to go to this one place where they have a cave. Like go to this
Hippie
one
cave.
town, the specific town. And so her and her friend, like they go to this town and they're near this restaurant. They hear this loud explosion, and this man comes out just like covered in like a cartoon, like he's just been in an explosion, right? Where he's
Yeah.
like covered in ash
Soot.
and soot. And it's Carey.
Oh.
And that's how she meets him, is he basically he blew up a kitchen in a restaurant he was working in.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, next up is the title track, and this is Blue. Reportedly about James Taylor again.
JT.
Blue. Songs are like tattoos, you know I've been to see before. Crown and anchor me, or let me sail away.
How good is that?
Hey, blue, there is a song for you, ink on a pin, underneath the skin, an empty space to fill in. Well, there's so many sinking now, you gotta keep thinking you can make it through these waves. Acid, booze, and ass, needles, guns, and grass, lots of laughs, lots of laughs.
Do you mind if I noodle?
Poodles.
Everybody's saying that hell's the hippest way to go. Well, I don't think so, but I'm gonna take a
The
look
Dealry.
around it though. Blue. I love you. Blue, here is a shell for you. Inside you'll hear a sigh. foggy lullaby.
Minor 11.
Yeah, minor 11.
Such a vibe.
There is your song from me.
So again, there's
Interesting ending on major after being in minor.
Yeah, I think it even had a little dominant.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. There's all the things we were just talking about the triad concepts, right? So she's kind of going between this B minor triad to this A over B,
Yeah.
to that D over E, all
Yep.
those slash chords.
Yep.
There's a chord I wanted to get here because this is like a super Joni chord here at the beginning. You hear this chord. I think this is the only time you might hear it on this album. It's all over Court and Spark, which is her next album. And I find this chord fascinating because I'm like, oh, she found a chord she liked.
Yeah.
And then the next album, she's like, I want to do more of that.
Right.
We all have done that.
Yep.
Where we're like, I'm into this now.
Yep.
You know?
It becomes a thing.
Songs are like
Oh, I know the one you're talking about.
It's on this.
Yeah. The ascending.
To see before
Minor to major.
crown
Dominant.
and anchor me, or let me sail away. Hey, blue.
It's that one.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
I think it's a B over A.
Yeah.
But it happens after.
It's the placement of it. Yeah.
That there. Yeah, that. Going back to that.
Yeah.
It's like a B major over A, and then it's going to go back to a B minor.
Yeah.
And that's all over Court and Spark.
Yeah. And I mean, this track, this is really the first. I know she said this is the concept of this record is, I mean, the title of it's Blue, and it's about, sadness and loss and these things that she's talked about. And that's been reflected so far. I mean, we're almost halfway through the record now, right? Yeah, we're right in the middle. And in the lyrics, that's been reflected up until the place we are now. But harmonically and in terms of the vibe of the songs, it hasn't been. Everything has been actually
Kind of fun.
very major and fun and like grooving and stuff. So this is the place. But even on this track on Blue, she's using a lot of like minor to major with the dominant seventh.
For sure.
Using a lot of sus on here that gives it kind of an optimistic sound. So like the harmony's starting to take over more where everything has been melodically driven. There's beautiful melodies in this, of course, as well on Blue. But the harmony's really, I think, taking center stage now.
She mentioned
For the control of the emotion.
I heard an interview with her talking about some of the harmonic stuff she was doing at this time, and she said I think she said Wayne Shorter, I could be wrong about this, but I believe she said Wayne Shorter told her, don't do two sus chords in a row, which is weird because Wayne Shorter loved two sus chords.
Like, don't steal my stuff.
But she said, but I was just feeling my whole life was suspended at this point. Like she was feeling very in the air about things, like up in the air about things. And so this has that. This has that sort of A over B as a sus chord to the D over E. And I think that kind of sound is what she was referring to. I mean,
That's a sus sound.
it seems so commonplace now, but if you think about this 1971, it's like the whole 70s were a series of sus chords next to each other.
Yeah.
And I think it's such a common sound that we have for that decade. But I would imagine at this early stage, it was like, no, those have to go somewhere
Right. They have to resolve.
in popular harmony a little bit more than what we're seeing here. Obviously, Herbie Hancock's doing it in the 60s, like 66, 65. Yeah. I forget if it was Wayne or Herbie who told her that, but someone said, don't do two sides. She was like, no, I'm going to do that. Yeah. Okay, next up, this might be my favorite. This actually, I know I've said this about Abstract, but I love this song so much.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting in a park in Paris, France, reading the news and it sure looks bad. They won't give peace a chance. That was just a dream some of us had. Still a lot of lands to see, but I wouldn't
melodies
want to
just
stay here.
dancing on
Crazy.
top of it.
Cold and
Like a soprano
cold
saxophonist.
and
Yeah.
settled in its ways here. All but California, California,
Listen.
coming home. I'm I'm gonna see the folks I
to that
dig.
4 chord.
I'll even kiss a sunset pig. California, I'm coming home.
How many melodies have been written around the word California?
Yeah.
So, I mean, just off the top of our heads.
California Dreamin'?
California dreaming. Kind of boring.
Yeah.
Right? Just down a scale. There's a Welcome to the Hotel California. Maybe a little bit better. Is there, let's see, there might be a Rufus Wainwright song where there's a good melody. I have to remember that one. Is there a better California melody than this? California, California.
Yeah.
That's
and her
so good.
Oh, and the transition from alto to soprano is stunning. Every time she does, like she has she's not the only vocalist that has that, but I think she's the best at being able to craft a melody to take advantage of the soul-inducing, timbre change of that's so thrilling.
There's I wish they all could be California girls.
Oh, that's not.
California.
Yeah,
most people are going down a scale.
Yeah.
There's Going to California by Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Going to California. Surely there's some Tupac we're missing.
California.
That's actually pretty good.
California.
That's a good melody. That
Yeah.
might be good. Okay, that might be the one.
No, but this is probably the best California song, like the whole thing. I mean, melodically, the lyrics.
We might have to have an episode about the best.
Yeah, this is and I think it's the most
We should do an episode
evocative.
about the best California, best New York, best Florida.
Yeah, I mean, the Tupac is really great because it was the whole East Coast, West Coast thing, and there was like
Roger Troutman was in there too.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, like this is very. Like when you listen to this and you think about like the sun coming up in the West and like everything, the California, the coastal lifestyle, like it's so fantastic. It's so great. And Joni Mitchell, long time California resident. I mean, famously Canadian, of course, but
that's going to come up later.
sorry.
Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah.
Next up is, we might hit all of these.
Can we talk about those crazy, well, we won't do it. The dominant chords and up to the 4.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff
Let's
on
listen a little bit here. By the way, there's a great video of the actress Amanda Seyfried playing this song on The Tonight Show with an Appalachian dulcimer, and she crushes it. She's got a great voice.
Sitting in
I
a
was
park in
shocked.
Paris, France, reading the news and it sure looks bad. They won't give peace a chance. That was just a dream.
That's
some
that
of
sus.
us
Yep.
1,
still a lot of lands to see,
4.
but I wouldn't want to stay here. It's
2
too
dominant.
old
The
and
dulcimer is an
cold
open major
and
chord
settled in its ways
with like a
here.
open string, so
Right.
you'll hear like it's all major
Yeah.
triad bass.
California, coming home. I'm gonna see the folks I dig. I'll even kiss a sunset pig. California, I'm coming home.
How good is
Yeah,
this?
that's great.
Sunset Pig is incredible.
I know, that's great.
That's a great.
Yeah.
That's a great phrase.
Yeah.
Here's This Flight Tonight. Next track.
Yeah.
Underrated, this one. It's a good song.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's a lot of skipping from California to River. A lot of folks.
No, we got River coming
down
up.
there, that's where we'll land. I saw a falling star burn up above the Las Vegas sands. It wasn't the one that
We got
you
Sneaky
gave to
Pete
me.
Kleinow
come on,
on the
Sneaky.
pedal steel on California and This Flight
Long
Tonight.
line of Sneaky Pete's going
So
back
many
to
Sneaky Pete's.
going back 2000.
I was just lamenting that we-
25 years.
We don't call you Sneaky Pete because you're not very sneaky. Coming loud and proud.
Big guy, man. You
Coming
know.
strong.
Like, alright, turn this crazy bird around. I shouldn't have gone this flight tonight. You got the touch so
Incredible.
Man, these tracks are short too. I mean, this was the era of that, right?
For sure. I mean,
Yeah.
it is like a folk pop album.
Yeah.
And so every track is, I think,
concise.
under 5 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, next up, this is in my repertoire. And we're actually, we're playing this for this episode for our intro, outro.
Nice.
I think it's one of the best. It's not specifically well, it is kind of about Christmas, but It's turned into one of my favorite Christmas songs.
It's become when
Yeah.
did that happen?
I mean, in the last
it seems
20
recent.
years, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
But
say.
it's a great song.
Shit, there's only like one line about Christmas in it, isn't there?
Well, it's coming on Christmas. They're cutting down trees.
yeah.
They're putting up reindeer and singing songs of joy and peace. It actually captures.
But that's like the second verse or something, or the
No, it's the first.
that's
thing
the
that she
first
says.
verse.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
maybe
it sets up the sort of like for those of us who listen. I like Christmas as much as the next guy. I love this. I love autumn.
Wait, didn't you call me at like 11 a.m. last Christmas? Or like, yo, Pete, man, when the fuck is Christmas gonna be done, man? This is driving me. I'm sorry. Was that you?
I got a limit. No. I like Christmas. Put me on blast out here.
Sorry,
Pete.
man.
I like Christmas as much as the next guy, but there are some of us who, for like the Christmas season, after a while, it's just like, oh, this is really, this is lovely, and also I feel like I'm a little bit blue.
A little blue, a little back on track 5.
If I wish I had a river that I could skate away on and just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love it because we already know from the intro.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
not like jingle bells, happy
Yeah.
jingle bells. This is
You know, it took me a
This
long
is
time to
staring out the
realize
window,
that's what
Jacob
that
Bush.
was.
staring out the window of your
Yeah.
tour bus that smells like a.
It's coming on Christmas. They're cutting down trees. They're putting up reindeer and singing songs of joy and peace. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away.
Piano playing on this is so good as well.
But it don't snow here. It stays pretty green.
Yeah, her voicing.
I'm gonna make a lot of money, then I'm gonna quit this crazy scene. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I wish I had a river so long I would teach my feet to fly. Oh, I wish I
It's
had a
an amazing,
river
soul stirring.
I could skate away on.
Yeah, when you sing "Fly" and then you fly up there.
I made my baby cry.
Beautiful.
That little chord there too.
He tried hard to help me, you know. He put me at ease, and he loved me so. Naughty made me weak in the knees. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away.
That's not very Christmas. Love me so naughty.
I'm so hard to handle. I'm selfish and I'm sad.
Yeah.
Now I gone and lost the best baby that I ever had. Oh, I wish I had a river.
Probably- I mean, that's one of the great lines of the album. We're gonna save it because we gotta.
Yeah.
I think we got an
Yeah,
apex moment here. But I'm so hard to handle. I'm selfish and I'm sad. Now I've gone and lost the best baby that I ever had. I think it's something that resonates with so many people. With this feeling specifically of like, you know, man, am I my own worst enemy sometimes, or what?
Yeah.
Like, why
Yeah.
can't I get my shit together and be whatever? It gets in us, and this song like
Yeah.
reflects that so beautifully the whole time.
Her
you know?
storytelling is so great. Her lyrics, and I think like these lines are so great. Lyrics, some of the best, you know, folk pop, whatever you want to call this, ever written, I think.
Oh man,
But I think what really elevates it is her delivery, her diction is so clear, right? There's nothing obscure. There's nothing. It's got like a plain Jane, simple, just direct right down the middle where you can hear everything. It's not like you're trying like
which is insane,
Yeah.
considering how incredibly complicated these melodies are.
Right,
and How
right.
she floats over them.
yeah,
Rhythmically.
rhythmically
Yeah.
and like going in and out of time. Like that's very, but in terms of like you can hear it's the enunciation is great, even as she's jumping between ranges and everything. And then that brings the beauty of the lyrics and it kind of pulls it all together, the storytelling, you know.
There's
and it
something
makes it so
about-
that everybody can connect. If you're willing to connect with that humanity,
Yeah.
it's just right there. You know, it's like an incredible meal, but it's not like you have to do homework and all this. If you just take a breath and listen and let yourself be enveloped by it, there's a lot there for you.
I really love her subtle Canadian accent too, as she sings on some of the vowels.
Eh?
Not that's
That's not subtle.
you can't say that. But no, like there is this like the way she, especially e's and ahs,
Yeah.
I think are different than how we hear a lot of it in America. But it actually makes them pop a little bit in this context. It sounds very much like the emotion that she's trying to convey is sort of buried in her accent. I honestly think
I never in her
It's
sing.
not-
I've never heard anything Canadian in
no,
there.
it's not like she sounds like it's not like she sounds like a stereotypical Canadian accent.
Yeah.
But she does have, and maybe this is just her, but she does have like vowel sounds that I think are different than how people in California speak, or people here in Missouri speak, or in the South of the United States speak.
Yeah.
And she just has a cadence too about it, like a clip to it that feels very northern, right?
Oh,
It
gotcha.
feels like even in like we would hear here in Michigan and Minnesota and Wisconsin, like some things that sound very northern. I think
Well, she's from Saskatoon, I think, like in the interior.
in the interior,
a very particular part of
Yeah.
Canada.
I've had this theory for years, but I think the accents that we grow up with as people, as human beings, affect how we make music. I think they affect like the rhythms that we think
Absolutely.
in and the pitches that we think in for
Yep.
sure. I think you can hear that in people's playing, especially improvisers. You can hear kind of where they're from. Even.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're all borrowing from each other now from all over the world, so it's a little weird, but
Yeah.
definitely like in the early 20th century, mid 20th century, like it wasn't just like the musical accent is like, that's just the music they make. Like when I hear New Orleans musicians play music, I can kind of hear the direct correlation to how they speak.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And New Yorkers, the same thing. Like
Yep.
it's an interesting concept.
Yep, for sure.
Anyway,
Wow, that was a fun digression. That was a positive digression.
we're going to come back to
Me like
River. Next up, though, this is one of the iconic songs from this album. This is A Case for You.
Case of You.
A case of 24 packs of you.
Baker's dozen of You.
24 cases of You Light.
With a little lanyard, so 25.
Just before our love got lost, you said, I am as constant as a northern star. And I said, constantly in the darkness, where's that at? If you want me, I'll be in the bar.
Incredible.
On the back of a cartoon coaster, in the blue TV screen light. I drew a map of Canada, oh Canada, with your
Not the melody to Oh Canada, but okay.
No. But I mean, these lyrics are very pensive. They are a little blue, but the harmony and the melody is so like uplifting and optimistic. It's a really fertile kind of combination, you know.
You're exactly right. The combination is what makes it. It's like some of the greatest storytelling of the era mixed with some of the greatest like harmony and melody of the era. It's like, how does she, I mean, it is very similar to, I think the number one album on the 500 greatest albums of all time was Marvin Gaye's What's Going On.
Okay.
I believe that's the case.
Maybe.
But like similar era.
Yeah.
But also like
A great era.
storytelling, harmony, melody, so everything is at the highest quality. And this album is up there with that.
And then consistency within the album.
Yeah.
You know.
Pretty incredible.
Yeah.
The last track on the album is The Last Time I Saw Richard.
Richard T. she's referring to. Great.
Is it?
No. I don't think so. Could be. I was a pianist, organist. Great player, man. Last time I saw Richard T. Why not?
Is this Richard T. on
It
the...
was at the Fairmont Hotel at High Tea.
Keep going, Pete.
In the lobby.
You got it. Sneaky Pete.
Richard T. Oh. There's any true Joni Mitchell fans, they're gone now.
Oh, they never came.
They're making a Sneaky Pete
Yeah.
doll and stabbing it.
They're over on Brandy Carlisle's podcast.
The last time I saw Richard was Detroit in '68, and he told me all romantics meet the same fate someday. cynical and drunk and boring someone in some dark cafe.
Slash chords all over it here
Yeah.
on her piano playing.
Again,
You laugh and
optimistic
say,
harmony.
You think you're immune. Go look at your eyes.
Pensive lyrics.
They're full of moon. You like roses and kisses and pretty men to tell you all those pretty lies.
That's right. She had the Detroit period
Pretty
when she first came to the States.
When you're gonna realize they're only pretty lies. Only pretty lies. Just pretty lies.
Beautiful. Yeah, again, just melodically, some of the most interesting melodies. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Mixed-
strange.
Very strange.
Strange
Very
melodies.
weird.
Yeah. I mean, she pulls it together in a way that there's such a beauty to it, but like this is like, don't just go in and try to read a lead sheet on this bad boy and think you're going to be able to pull this off.
I did a show with an orchestra where I did a bunch of arranging of Joni's music amongst many other singer-songwriters from this era. And yeah, trying to score out the melody of the vocals for the conductor to follow along with was the worst part. I mean, it truly was a horrible experience to try to like transcribe her rhythm. Like you end up having to just simplify things because it looks like such a mess on the page.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I love them so much. Like it doesn't matter how it looks on the page. Like it just shows how free she is rhythmically, floating over everything.
There's a freedom to her melodic approach that's uncanny.
You ever see any of the videos from this era of her playing these things live, like with the guitar or the piano?
Yeah, it seems like nothing I can't remember from this period, but a little bit later is the stuff I'm more familiar with.
There's some good
seeing
stuff
some
on
videos.
YouTube.
Yeah.
She is like a stone cold killer on this stuff live. Like she just crushes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just she could do this 100 times out of 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, incredible.
It still is. I mean, at least as of that show at the Newport a couple years ago, Newport Folk Festival.
All right, Peter, let's do some categories here.
Okay.
Desert Island Tracks, what do you got?
Well, I got River. I love River, but there's a bunch. I mean, it could have been a bunch. I just think that's such a. Is that one of her most covered songs?
It's one of her most
probably
covered,
the most covered from
songs.
This, isn't it?
This is, of course, Herbie Hancock's version from his
yeah.
album called River, the Joni
Joni
Letters.
Letters. Yeah. That's going to show up a little later on the categories. This record, I think, is one of the best Herbie piano sounds of any record he's made.
One album of the year.
Yeah. Not jazz only.
It's coming on Christmas. They're cutting down trees.
Oh, yeah.
This
is, Corinne Bailey Rae, right?
Singing songs of joy.
And Wayne Shore, of course. Vinnie Kelly.
I wish I had a river I could skate.
There's that version.
Yeah.
There's also this version, which I know you know very well.
This is great.
This is Diane Reeves.
Kenny Garrett there on
Kenny
sax.
Garrett on the saxophone.
Soprano. Joe Locke. This is a Joe Locke arrangement, actually.
Yeah,
Live
Joe Locke
recording.
talked about this arrangement when he came and did a mentor session for us here at Open Studio.
Nice. Brian Blade on drums. Big connector to the jazz world and Joni Mitchell.
Not fair. Diane Reeves does her own background vocals.
I've done this on the gig quite a few times. Background. Wish I lay.
Singing?
That was my part.
Did they put a microphone in front of
They
you?
did put a microphone.
Oh,
It was-
okay.
It was weird. There was no cable attached to it. I don't know why.
It's so good, man.
Yeah.
It's really, that's Diane
on
Reeves.
Bridges.
Just amazing.
That's a good version. Apparently, Joni Mitchell likes that version a lot. And the Herbie version. I know on
I'm sure.
Authority. Both
I'm
of those.
sure. There's some great stuff with Joni and Herbie together too, live playing River together.
Yep.
That you can find on YouTube. I had California. I'm so enamored with California.
California. That one?
Well, that's
No.
number 2.
I
think,
can't
in my
believe you brought that
California.
up, and it got in my head now.
I mean,
the Tupac.
If we're thinking about California, again, the melodies on the word California, it's got to be in the.
I think those two are the best.
Well, even
unless I'm missing something.
I mean, the Tupac has 2 melodies over the California, right? You got California, but you also have, don't forget, California Love. Like
That's right.
That's a good melody too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Joni might be losing out to Tupac, Roger Troutman.
This one's good. This one's
Okay.
good too.
What about Apex Moments? What do you got?
So Apex Moments. There's when she goes up on River on the second verse. I think it's around 220.
This is also mine. This is my.
Yeah, and we came to this independently. I
We
can
did,
tell you.
but-
we didn't. I don't think we've ever had the same Apex moment.
This right here.
Yeah. Oh, so great.
It's
I mean, the
unbelievable.
piano playing, which seems very standard what she's doing, but she's doing everything right. And then the vocals, like she's pulling back on any vibrato.
Yeah.
The pitch is perfect.
It sounds
Just like the movie, Pitch
It-
Perfect,
I mean,
too.
If you started that just halfway through the note, you would think it might be a soprano saxophone.
Yeah.
Like it sounds,
Yeah.
her timbre sounds just like a horn.
And then the way, I think the most genius part of it is the way she pulls back and ends it. She doesn't just end,
No,
It's great.
Genius is a great word for that.
Absolutely.
So we're in.
That was funny. We had this. Well, I probably like everyone has that.
It's a pretty great
It's
moment.
a great moment.
Bespoke playlist. What do you got? If this were a Spotify, Apple Music playlist, part of a playlist, what would it be called?
1970 to 1972! Exclamation point.
Exclamation point.
Yeah.
I believe it. 1970, 1972.
Those were 3 years: 70, 71, and 72.
Would you get a degree in math?
I do math.
I have Everyone's in LA.
Everyone's
Because I feel like this is like one of these albums I think of.
Yeah.
I think about I think about that whole scene. Graham Nash, Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Right. Steve
James
Nash.
Taylor, Steve Nash, of course. Time with the Lakers.
That's true.
Neil Young, the Grateful Dead, like just all these people, the Mamas and the Papas, like all these
Neil
people in
Young,
the late
Steve Young.
60s. Steve
Another
Young
Steve.
also, well, he was in Northern California. No, everybody's in that LA scene.
Yeah.
Right? That's sort of
Yeah.
like,
And Stevie, Marvin Gaye, that's right on the time Motown moved to LA. all that.
Motown's moving
Everybody's
out there.
in LA.
Everybody's in LA.
Yep. Herbie,
Herbie's
Wayne.
out there for sure. Yeah. Okay.
Miles.
Was Miles out there?
Actually, I don't know. I mean, he traveled out there. No, I guess he was he always stayed in New York.
Quibble Bits, Peter, what do you got?
Oh, you go first. Are we going to hit the third rail?
Well, there's a lot we could talk about.
What's your quibble bit? I don't see anything written here.
Yeah, I mean, I've been kind of tossing back. I don't think with the actual album itself,
Yeah.
I have a quibble bit with anything that was recorded. 0. I think it's damn near perfect.
Yeah.
For what she's doing at the time.
I thought there's no such thing as a perfect.
There's
record.
not. That's why I said damn near.
Well, what's imperfect about it? That should be your quibble bit. Maybe this is the perfect album.
There's not as many colors as I wish there were.
Well, the record's called Blue, so she's kind of boxed herself in with that.
That's a good point. That's a good point. No, I think it's perfect in that she
Hey, Trout, why are you swimming so much?
it's a good point. It's a great point, actually.
Yeah.
I think if we consider it like, it doesn't matter if it's perfect or not.
The
But
name
if
of
we-
the album is not The Reading Rainbow.
you know what? Maybe it should have been. No, I'm saying like, if we consider perfection to be like, did she reach what she was trying to achieve? Yeah, it's perfect. I think she really nailed it. But it's not.
the most equivocal,
Yeah,
not
it is.
unequivocal.
It
just
is
totally
because we're
equivocal.
talking about some bullshit parameters we're putting on this.
I
It
know.
doesn't matter. It's a piece of art.
No, we're just talking about if there's any quibble bits. Okay, I'll throw one out there.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think the piano sound from an engineering standpoint is great. Actually, I shouldn't even say from an engineering, although I have a few quibbles with the mix. Because there's kind of like, there's either guitar or dulcimer, string driven tracks, and there's piano driven tracks. Pretty much the whole record is those two dimensions, which I love. I think that works great, kind of going back and forth, sometimes 2 in a row, whatever.
Blue and green.
Yeah, right. But to me, the piano, I love her playing. I love her accompaniment. I love her
Accompaniment
voicing.
solid.
I mean, for what she's doing, especially accompanying herself, is damn near perfect, I would say. I mean, like, I would screw that up. Even Herbie Hancock might. Well, no, Herbie would add more.
There's
you know?
zero overplaying.
Yeah.
But it's also not boring. Like she plays
Yeah.
these little subtle fills in between her vocal lines.
And there's nothing that's off. There's nothing that's like, wait, why? There's nothing
Time
extra.
is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good.
But I think it's just the piano. The piano is just not great. The actual instrument.
Yeah, some of
And
it's
it's
actually
not
a little
captured.
bit. There's some unisons in some songs.
Yeah, it's a little
Yeah.
pitchy, but I think just the sound quality of it. It's a testament to like how she places it musically within the songs that it works great. It's not horrible.
I don't know,
This
man.
is a quibble bit.
I think it's part of the charm of it, honestly. You know,
And the mix too. The piano was always mixed under the vocals in a way that the guitars are so wide and so and there's on the guitars and the dulcimers. There's some pitchy stuff there too.
if you think about like 70s cinema, this grainy, gritty,
Yeah.
these grainy, gritty movies about these imperfect characters, and
Yeah.
like it looks kind of weird and sounds kind of weird. This sounds like that to me. It
So maybe it-
has
yeah.
that similar aesthetic of that era, which I wasn't around for, but I now love to
Yeah.
go back and visit.
Film noir.
Oh, no, well,
Film
some of
bleu.
it.
Film bleu.
But the way that this sounds, I think it sort of is how those 70s movies look to me. And
Yeah, but the piano, I know what you're saying. Like
You know
there's
what
a
I mean? Like, it's
stylized yeah, but her vocal's not. Like the vocal is captured
some
like,
of it, like,
very wide,
the
very
last
pure.
track here, you know, she's like overdriving this mic sometimes.
This is a very Carole King tapestry piano sound, actually, now that I'm hearing it.
It's a good call. It's
Yeah.
a great call.
It's fine. It's just not, it's like a B+ grand piano to me is what it sounds like.
It is a little, the piano itself is a little
Like that bass, right?
Yeah.
You know?
But listen to her voice. Kind of a long intro. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a lot. Did she inspire the piano power ballad of the 80s with this type of playing?
Kind of sounds
Kind of,
like it.
yeah. I mean, not just her, but
So many cool colors, though.
The last time I saw Richard was Detroit in '68, and he told me all romantics meet the same.
Her vo-
fate sometimes.
You're right. The
It's
voical
just so
quality is
present.
so
It's
present.
so
And
direct.
the piano sounds like it's a little bit under a cloth.
yeah.
Yeah. It could be the instrument itself, but
Yeah,
it's likely.
I think it's made. Yeah, I mean, because this is a beautifully engineered record. I got no quibbles with that. But
Snobometer, what do you got?
Snobometer, I have this on as a 2.
Very accessible.
Very accessible. And also because it's number 3 on the Billboard 500 Greatest Albums of All Time. That pushes the Snobometer down to me.
Man, you would think I would think it was more snobby or less snobby.
What do you got?
I got it as a 5. I got it right.
Yes,
in the middle.
I'm finally influencing you. I went 5 for like the last 7 records.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. I think
you just lost the
I can't figure
plot.
out if the snobometer is broken or if I'm broken.
the snobometer.
Is it better than Kind of Blue?
Nope.
Accoutrements.
I mean, I'll
Album
go
cover.
8. I'll go 8.
Yeah, I'm also going 8, which is
Yeah.
basically a 1.
It's fine. Yeah.
Up next, what should be the next thing that's like auto playing after this?
Well, I mean, I want to go straight for selfish reasons to Herbie Hancock, the Joni Letters, River the Joni Letters. I love that record.
Yeah.
And normally it'd be like you wouldn't want to go from the OG record to like kind of the inspiration, but I think it's such an imaginative record of Herbie's. I think it's such a it's not, I think, celebrated enough in the jazz world or just any world. I think because of that, like it was almost cursed. You know how some of these actors say, like when they win an Academy Award, then they stop getting calls. Everyone's like, oh, it's an Academy Award winner. We can't afford him, or he's not going to want to work with us. It almost was like that record for Herbie in a way. I mean, do you hear people talking about that record? We talk about it.
We talk about it a lot. I think
Yeah.
it's been on our Up Next at least 3 or 4 times.
Are we talking about it too much then, maybe? Who
Maybe,
knows?
but it's a great album.
Yeah.
It's a great album. I have James Taylor's Sweet Baby James, which came out the year before. She's
Yeah.
dating James Taylor. She's making this.
Yeah.
It feels natural. But I also would like, when you mentioned Carole King's Tapestry,
I was just thinking that could be, we got to do that record.
we got to do Tapestry. Yeah. It's
That would be a lot of fun to go right from this. And it would just make a lot of sense.
It would make
too,
a lot of
you
sense.
know?
It would be a very contemplative afternoon. Some rain's falling. You're
Oh,
drinking
yeah.
a late cup of coffee. You're
Yep.
sitting around. You got decoupage hanging from your ceiling. Peter,
Yes.
a couple of things before we head out here and play
Yeah.
some River. So, you know, we do have a newsletter.
Yes.
We got a newsletter. It's called You'll Read It. You can sign up for it here
Get
in
it?
the description. Get it? It's like you'll hear it. Go check that out. There's some behind the scenes stuff. There's some stories from producer Liz, from producer Caleb about making episodes. Even Sam, the engineer, Andy, the videographer. Even you and I get on it a couple times. There's
Adam, the podcast host, Peter, the podcast host. I like how you give everyone a title.
Well, we're just jokers.
You're like Larry, the
cable guy.
the pump, the cable guy.
Also, Peter, there
pump
is
operator.
something else that I want to talk about. It's very, very serious. It's very, very urgent. It's called the Gala. Have you ever heard of it?
I know the gala.
Is it Gala?
Tell me about the gala.
Gala?
No, yeah.
Gala. It's the gentleman.
The gala.
The gentleman and ladies agreement.
Yes.
This is something we've had here at this podcast for a long time. This podcast,
I'm bringing sexy back. I'm bringing gala back. Right?
we should do that album.
Okay.
This podcast is free, except that it's not free.
It's not free.
You can listen to it for free, but
Au contraire, mon frère.
there is a price.
Yeah.
We ask that you leave us a rating and review.
Being
on-
sexy ain't free.
If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leave us a rating and review. If you're listening on Spotify or YouTube, leave us a comment. And comment Gala, Gala, all caps, and then tell us your favorite parts about the show. Tell us your least favorite parts about the show.
Yeah.
And that's all we require. It's
That's
just a
all we
little bit
require.
of your time to say, Gala, I hear you guys.
Yeah.
I like this. I don't like this.
There you go.
And we do have some comments that I want to read out here. So this
Yeah.
is a comment that says, and this is a review, I think. I hear it. The more I listen, the more I hear it. I love this podcast because I love music and I love being nerdy about it. This show has broadened my love and understanding specifically of jazz and its history. Consequently, it's got me to actually leave my apartment and check out live jazz in my city. Shout out to Bop Stop in Cleveland, Ohio. Thank you guys. Hashtag
This-
Gala.
I like that. That could be kind of our nomiker. Nomiker.
What?
It's a combination of a name and a yarmulke. A nomiker. No, this could be
Bop Stop?
no.
Cleveland?
You'll hear it. Getting guys in Cleveland out of their apartment one day at a time.
That is very flattering. We appreciate you.
Get out the apartment.
I got another one here.
Is that because Cleveland's dangerous like St. Louis? That's why they don't want to leave the apartment? Could be.
Could be.
We don't know.
This is from Mdor View, or no, Mdo Review. This is, the title of the review is, Ow! Which I really appreciate. Gala, making this world a better place. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mdo Review. And then finally doing it, this is from Deadhead 122679. I think I know, A, your favorite band, and B,
Your
that
birthday.
you and I are both elder millennials / young Gen Xers.
Exennials.
Exennials. These guys are great. I play piano and bass semi-professionally, and these guys have taught me an insane amount over the past 7-ish years. Great to get such an insight on classic albums, playing with the greats, playing the great venues from the greats. Love the show. Thank you, Deadhead 122679.
Yeah.
Thank you, Peter.
Yeah, thank you, man. This was awesome.
Super fun.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Till next time.
You'll hear it.